What we're going to look at now is an important topic in supply chain, which is how to upload a forecast into the SAP system. Here we have this particular spreadsheet as a clear example, which currently contains exactly 13 distinct materials. We have the plant, the description, the unit of measure is kilos. And this is the forecast that we need to enter into the SAP system for January, February, March, April, and May. We're going to try first with just one material so you can see and understand the process. And then we'll do the same for the rest of the materials all at once, okay? First and foremost, I want to thoroughly check and confirm if we currently have this specific material readily available in our existing stock. MB52. Plant 1100, execute. We currently do not have the necessary material in stock, so we are going to add the forecast that we supposedly need to purchase. If we carefully follow the projected forecast trend, that's precisely 10 kilos for January, 15 for February, 25 for March, 65 for April, and 100 kilos for May, okay? So I will now open another window. The specific transaction code to effectively enter the forecast data is MD61. And here you will primarily need to accurately enter the relevant material number, the associated MRP type, and the designated plant location, okay? If you want, you can also add the product group and the plan requirement as well if you like, but it's not necessary. Generally, for me, just the material and the plant are more than enough. The planning horizon, we're going to carefully set it from January 1st, 2025, and we've decided it will extend until May 31st, 2025. We have the flexibility to conduct this analysis on a monthly basis, or even weekly, or perhaps even by day. Generally speaking, in the vast majority of companies, the comprehensive forecast is typically performed on a monthly basis. Wouldn't you agree? So we're going to leave it as monthly as well. We press enter, and here we already have the material, the MRP, the unit of measure, and we need to enter the values. Let's proceed to our designated file, specifically opening our comprehensive spreadsheet. Within this, we will meticulously enter the data for the months from January through to May. Once completed, we will carefully copy this information, then precisely paste it into its intended location, and finally, ensure we save all of our changes to preserve the updated information. Here, it's already telling us that the requirement has been saved, okay? So let's see if that's true. We will now open another window and then proceed to MD04, Paon Wimo. This is a fundamental transaction within the supply chain. We then enter the specific MRP and the designated plant, press enter, and here, as you can see, is the forecast. 10 kilos in January, 15 in February, 25 in March, 65 in April, and 100 in May, which is exactly what we entered here. Is that clear? So here it's telling you this MD04 transaction is fundamental. This particular transaction is clearly telling us that we should, if we carefully look at the overall trend in our current forecast, I should most definitely already generate a comprehensive purchase order for a total of 10 kilos in the month of January, then 15 kilos in February, a significant 25 kilos in March, a substantial 65 kilos in April, and finally a full 100 kilos in May, right? So we have zero stock and, well, we start to generate purchase orders. We can make a single purchase order with several lines for each of the months, right? But in this tutorial, I wanted to be clear how to enter a forecast in SAP, which is very important in the supply chain. Now, let's suppose we made a mistake and entered the forecast for this material incorrectly and we need to make a change. We got the quantities of kilos wrong, which sometimes happens, and we need to correct the forecast. It's very simple to correct a forecast, right? To upload and adjust it in SAP. Here in the spreadsheet, let's say we said we initially entered these specific values, but actually in January, the actual figure was 15. In February, it was 50. In March, it reached 100. In April, it was just 5. And in May, let's say it was a significant 500. So how exactly do we go about making these necessary adjustments? We simply go to our system. Instead of going to MD61, which is the transaction code we typically use to create to initially enter the forecast data, in this particular case, we are going to navigate to MD62, which is specifically designed for modifying or changing existing data, right? Here you can see it, change of independent requirements planning, as it says in English. We have the essential MRP material and also the specific plan. You always have to carefully correct this particular information. We are going to make a correction, specifically from January all the way through to May 31st in the year 2025, and this will be done on a consistent monthly basis. We then proceed to press the Enter key, and it initially displayed these particular values, and our task is to subsequently change them to these new specified values. We copy them into our spreadsheet. That's why it's important to have the forecast in Excel. So you copy and paste. We put it right here in this specific location. There, I have successfully pasted it and it was automatically saved. Let's carefully observe and verify if that is indeed true. We will proceed to open an MD04 window to confirm. We will now press the Enter key, and as a result, we will have the number 15 displayed for the month of January. Here it's correct. For February 50, March 100, April 5, and May 500. The forecast upload in SAP is perfect. It is absolutely essential for everyone to practice diligently and understand precisely how to effectively upload accurate and reliable forecasts within the comprehensive SAP system, and subsequently how to meticulously modify and update these forecasts. It is absolutely essential to consistently work with a forecast that is exceptionally accurate and thoroughly validated, so that you can proactively prevent any potential and costly supply chain shortages or disruptions.